Robbie, you're a little far to the right.
We ought to be
your
live.
frame.
Hello,
There you
everybody.
go.
Hey guys,
There you go.
welcome.
Nice.
Sorry, I was scooching. There was some scooch power there. Welcome to Vampires and Vitae. Thank you so much for joining us at our table again.
Vampire. We're playing vampire.
What did I say? Oh,
No,
vampire.
I'm just reminding myself
Oh,
what's happening.
as we normally do. Let's start with the person that's having a existential crisis. Melinda, who you playing at my table today?
So I play Militissa. She is a warrior nun from the time of the Knights Templar. Militissa is actually a military rank in this particular sect of nuns that she belonged to. And she is ready to get to the next step. She has had about enough of this sideways building and is ready to get out of New York, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Margie, give us a little bit of background who you're playing at my table today.
Alrighty, so I am playing Elise, and although she has been enjoying killing all the big bads, she is ready to also move on to something else. There's a few phone calls she needs to make, and she needs to let some people know that she's back.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, you're definitely you're gonna have an interesting conversation with one of your old friends coming up very shortly. Yep. All right, Roger.
I'm in trouble. I'm in danger.
Yeah, right. Crayons taste like purple.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep. Roger, give us a little bit of background who you play at my table
I
today.
am playing Bogey today, the Nosferatu. He's an investigator and is friendly with a lot of animals now. He's got a
Got a walking
one-legged
fan club.
Father.
a one-legged raven
Oh my
who
god.
is his friend.
I was laughing about that for like days.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Mike is just like, yeah, it's funny.
Well, speaking of our new bird aficionado, I finally cracked the husk of hatred of birds. Oh
my God.
Kai, why don't you give us a little background about who you played at
and I
my...
don't like.
Hang on. I don't know that you're plugged in. Give me a
Yeah,
second.
I'm not hearing you.
Yeah. Your
I
level's
mean,
low.
I'm hearing you in the room, but not on the mic.
Hang on. Okay. Back this way.
Nope, I can see it. It's not.
A
plugged
few
in.
moments, a few moments later.
Yes.
I am. No.
Yeah.
Just lean over to Robbie's mic.
Roger, just give me a little tap on your mic. So you're 3. Robbie?
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Oh, the joys of not having a PA.
Okay.
Yep, there you go.
Hello.
Hey! Can you move that? I can't see Margie.
Move what?
The
the
tissues.
penis, sorry.
Yep. All right, Kai.
All right, I'm Kai, and I don't like birds. Move on.
Get over it.
Jumping right off of that point, I think we'll start with your perspective. As you guys are scaling the side of a fallen, very large building that has pretty much split itself in half. The different wires and pieces of construction equipment, the rebarb inside the actual high-rise is all exposed as you guys are tracing your way around this corner. Your hatred of birds gives you a moment of pause as you look over the side. Even with your prodigious strength, God, it would be good to be able to fly right now. Behind you is Vol, your new companion, generally walking. He seems to have a little bit of cat's grace in him as well. What you do see is Annalise perfectly walking on this as if it was a tightrope with no problems that there is. You do see that Militissa is doing more of like a grab.
Inchworm?
Yeah. Down on it. And you do know at the world's worst case that Bogey, if he doesn't want to fall, he doesn't have to. He's got that unerring grip or whatever we want to call it. Unending grip? What is it?
Super strong.
Super strong. Uncanny grip. There you go.
Super strong.
The burning city is your background. As you just kind of look at the absurdity at your moment, you can hear the helicopter coming in from the side. You know that you've called Miss Cadillac? Sorry. Catherine. So many different games. Catherine coming in on her your way out. You guys decided not to go down. You decided to crawl around the other side. The wind starts to move everyone here, blowing the smoke and the ashes from the other buildings that are still on fire after 4 days of revolt, essentially, within the city. It's a very precarious place. You're almost thinking maybe I shouldn't have used my grappling hook to cut somebody's head off, I mean, being awesome.
No, that was fucking
No.
awesome.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
definitely
right.
something to have done.
Something worth it.
Yep.
The two single crows have hopped and skipped their way. Every once in a while, one of them will land on your good friend's Bogey's shoulder to whisper something. But that's kind of where you're sitting here. You can hear that helicopter as it comes down. You just heard a rain of gunfire. All being military people yourselves, they pretty much emptied their load or their belts that would be going to a minigun as they are keeping people off of your back. You guys are all in the scenario, figuring out that a helicopter's coming, but you need to get to an exposed area. You can't have the underhang.
I thought we made it to the helicopter last time.
Nope. The
The ladder was
ladder
thrown
had
down.
just
Yes.
thrown down.
Okay.
So you guys are now about to, in line, make your jump onto it.
We don't do well with acrobatics.
Yeah, no, we really don't.
Imagine.
It's not our highest dice count.
It's not good. Full almost died last time.
Right?
Oh, Father, I'm aware that you're unable to fly.
Yeah, I don't have wings.
Because I just got a father. I'd prefer you not to die.
Okay,
All right.
me too.
So, groundlings like yourself, I imagine that you need to grab this particular ladder.
Yes.
All right. I will do what I can, which will be very little. But me and Petunia do not want to be orphans this early.
That's a good thing.
Good luck, Papa. He stands like stagnant on you. Like, if you fall, you realize he's going to come with you, up until the end, and he will, like, goodbye, Father.
Yeah.
I shall let my adieus happen at the end. The ladder is dangling down, moving back and forth. Actually, having a weight at the end would actually help everybody else. You know what I mean? Because it would stop the erratic of it. It would actually make a pendulum at the end,
So
so you
is
can time it.
it over the building or is it over the edge of the building?
Over the edge of the building, you'll be jumping directly because to get past the fall, she's had to go far enough away to
Right.
because she's planning on just getting the fuck out of here. You pissed off Pentex. You pissed off, now that you know, a black spiral dancer. I mean, you've heard the conversation that Militissa had with it. Doesn't really think of you as enemies, but, you kind of like to fuck with your friends and think about a really fucked up person that thinks that you're on the same team. So
Yeah. So I guess got to jump.
Yep, you can hear it king on that little thing. It's not like it's close, but it is, on a moving, where you're going, it's not stagnant.
Unless one of our ladies would like to be tossed. Get a little extra arc height
Here we go with this.
A
direction.
little
Yeah,
extra
you
something.
You can throw me. You
Start
can
throwing
throw me.
people.
I mean, she's got catch grace.
Yeah,
so-
she actually
I'm short-
walked.
I'm
Yeah,
short enough.
yeah, she walks up like as if this is not even a problem. Like
And if you
Elise.
hang out on the bottom of the ladder, that's going to give it that weight and stability that the rest of us could jump and reach it.
As long as you're aware you won't be able to look up my skirt. I mean, that's your choice.
I'm okay with that this time.
Fair enough.
Just this time.
So you guys want to do like a combined roll?
Sure.
No problem. I'll take your dexterity and athletics, Elise, and I'll take your strength and athletics, Bogey. And Militissa, you're just inching your way forward. Like I can see like both legs on the side of this,
Yeah.
girder.
Probably taking a little bit too much time. Yeah. Sounds right.
Motherfucker.
Is a combined roll?
I got
so
3.
3? All right. You're close. You're already close.
I got one. So that's a 4.
I can catch it if he can throw me.
I'll add a willpower to it if I have
I
to.
think you should right now, yeah. Okay, cause yourself because you got a whole nother problem if you guys don't hit that specific number I'm looking for. Although the number's going to go
Yeah,
down
because
now.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah,
Because
right.
I'll be dead. So.
Yes. So, so you currently had that's 5. That's what the mark was. Now it's down to 4 because you have somebody hanging. As long as she stays at the bottom of it, it'll straighten out that ladder and make it a little bit easier for everybody. As you're getting tossed, 2 rings come down. You know, like you actually, I think you get your like foot at the bottom rung, so like you have like a full body there. And you hear down, come on, this is not an Uber service. I need to get the fuck out of here because I am all out of bullets. And they're not going to be offended by my, just my take on them. So let's go. And like you see that like the helicopter drops a little bit, allowing room for the next person to jump.
Fantastic.
Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Sure. As Militissa
Are
inches
you
her.
going to jump or you want us to toss you? Me and Kai could get together and toss you.
Good old shot put.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Oh, 1
What's-
and 2.
So it would be athletics and dexterity.
Yes.
That's a 6 dice pool for me. But I don't really have anything to.
I only had 5 and I made it.
Yeah.
You're only looking to hit 4s. You know that now.
I do have rapid reflexes. So if it goes wrong, can I?
The difficulty would go way up.
What with rapid reflexes? Should
As
go
a
down.
secondary, but if you want to use rapid reflexes as a secondary, try to catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the difficulty would go up on the second one if you miss. Your rapid reflex would be like, nope, I'm in the wrong spot, and then, rapidly change your direction. Like rapid reflexes is legitimately reactionary. It's a reflex. So
Yeah,
something
okay.
has to go wrong before
Oh.
you can apply it.
I'll roll for it.
So are you doing this by yourself?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Be ready.
As you like do your
I haven't
little
rolled any of these dice in a really long time. So
getting on your feet, like looking at,
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
that's what you're looking for. Fantastic. As like Elise is like now underneath you, she's looking up. If you had a skirt on, which you don't, she'd be looking up your skirt. But it does pendulum swing again, coming on down, even making it more, making it easier. The more weight you have at the bottom of this, the less there's going to be movement within the channel. She's able to. Let's see if she's able to. Let's see what's happening to her. Yep, no problem at all. You guys are not facing gun fire at this point, so the ladder does go down one more person's worth. The 2 of you are what is left.
Kai, you should probably go first. You've got the good jumping. I don't have that.
Okay.
You jump good.
I'm bouncy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the distance for you will not be a problematic thing. So, in fact, we'll bring those down to 2 for you. It'll still be 3 for you, but
Yep.
I mean, like with the jump added. So, we're looking for dexterity and athletics.
Is the weight of these guys going to be a problem? Like, should we have like Elise stay at the bottom, but then have Melinda's character start
5 or
going
6.
up the ladder, maybe?
5,
6s.
That's actually not a bad
That's
idea.
not, yeah, because heavier at the bottom, I think, actually works right better now than heavier in the middle because it
Right,
creates
but when
the,
they
You're 3.
and also when they land on the ladder, it's a helicopter.
right.
It's
yeah.
gonna
It's,
jerk
just- it's definitely
Yeah.
going to make a buoy system out of. Actually, tell you the truth. Yep, engineer, you just outsmarted yourself. Please give me a strength, and you're absolutely right because you're the lightest out of everybody, and heavier things are getting on top of you. So that weight would be transferred down a mobile ladder, and you would have a whip. There would be a whip faction.
Can Robbie not hear me?
Yeah, right.
We'll mute you only for Robbie. No problem.
Yes. So now this is actually a strength now in athletics, but you do have Cat's Grace, so I will bring that into it. You're looking for 2 successes on this. That's fine. As the large frame, because Kai did make the jump. As you hit, you're like, we should have probably thought this differently. As you go out and now are going to get whipped back into the direction of the building.
I got 4.
4, yep, that's what you need to pass. No problem. But you now are aware of this, and you still got big old Bogey coming in next. As that would work physically, the more weight in the center of it, the harder the whip. So you guys may want to readjust.
Yeah, I tap. I'm sorry. Melinda? What's your character's name?
Militissa.
I tap Militissa, and I'm like telling her to pointing up, climb.
Yep.
All right. Well,
No problem.
When I see them start
to
to
climb.
move, and I'll wait.
yeah, no
Yeah.
problem. Absolutely. If you're waiting, let me roll another engagement.
Oh, bless you.
You guys are still fine.
Do you need some?
No, I'm good.
Oh, are you sure?
Fair enough.
All right.
Is it allergy season there?
Oh my God, it's so bad right
Yeah,
now.
it's the beginning
Terrible.
of fall.
Really?
Oh,
Yep.
God.
Everything's
Those
trying to.
stupid little yellow flowers.
Things are trying to
driving me
fuck
nuts.
before winter. Okay, you know what I mean? Like we want.
Out front.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can hear them.
I think it's called cuffing season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Even for nature.
Hey, wife, you want a cup?
Right.
Cup later? Cuff.
Cuff.
You want a cuff later?
We're past cuffing, I'm afraid.
Oh my God, my life is over. Don't say that
Nothing to
online.
look forward to.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like reverse.
Yep. So you do get the tap. So give me the visual, ladies. Are you guys both going to try to climb above Kai and then put Kai on the bottom?
No, I'm going to stay where I'm at. I just want the other 2 to go up so that there's
Yeah.
only
Okay.
one
so
more
like,
person at
so
the pendulum instead of.
that's
Well,
not-
I'm going to need Bogey to. I'm going to need Kai to stay on there for that extra weight, so I get lower numbers to,
Well,
to try to jump.
I'll still be on there holding it down.
Yeah.
So you'll still get the lower numbers.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So
I
Kai.
just won't have all the weight of everybody hanging off of it.
Right. Oh, so you guys want to get into the chopper? Is that the idea?
Yeah,
here?
I want Kai and Militissa to go up to the chopper. I'm going to still stay on it and hold the ladder down.
All right. That's
But
great.
it'll just
A really-
be one more person on the ladder instead
Yep.
of all 4 of us.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
actually a really good idea, but it will cost you another engagement roll. Just letting you know ahead of time. You guys,
Engagement roll.
Yeah, you guys have passed your first and 2 engagement rolls. It's the people that are hunting you currently. You've passed.
The ones who are shooting at
Oh,
us.
those
yeah, right.
guys.
Yeah,
Right.
so you
right,
have
right,
passed.
right, right.
So, but just letting you know, waiting to let them get up to the. It'll be your third. You've passed the first 2. It's not going up in difficulty. It's just it's a way to randomize it. As long as that's what you guys want to do.
Okay.
If you guys don't have to roll at all, because it's just climbing a ladder, no problem. And you passed for a 3rd time, so you're
Nice.
still good.
Nice.
Yeah, right. There may be one more if he gets on or anything else that is slowing you down. But like the time that you were spinning at the time that they're grouping, so that's kind of where you're at. You still got Vol behind you and go, you mind tossing me?
Sure.
All right. I got a lower back problem. Never mind right now. Okay, so, do I help or do you just, and like, I'm sure that you just grab him at that.
Well, you can push off as I'm.
Oh,
We'll do a 1, 2, 3.
he,
So on 3.
like, he adjusts his mask and like pulls 2 ties at the back and he's like, all right, I don't have any birds more, so this could be the end. All right, he will roll the same thing. They're going to do a combined roll because you're helping him. Difficulty has gone down because you still have just your single pendulum. So with all that taken care of, it shouldn't be a hard pass for either one of you unless we just roll horribly.
All right. Motherfucker.
Uh-oh.
Another goddamn 1.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and that keeps me at 1 again.
Vol is Vol, so that's not bad. Vol's not that great a Vol today, though. Okay, he just barely passes. In fact, you've enjoyed Vol, but you weren't expecting to be accidentally teabagged by him. As he comes down, the spin is wrong as he reaches out both of his arms just to try to make sure, you know what I mean? Like he just got thrown off kilter. As his hands come down, you hear like the forearms are what hits the side of the ladder first. They start sliding down. He was thrown a little bit higher than he was expecting, and he's coming down balls first. They do land in a very unapproachable thing, and he does wear skin-tight pants. So he goes, I'm so sorry about that. Excuse me for a moment. I'm going to put my foot on your shoulder so I can remove my crotch from your face. That's one.
Please.
Two.
Please.
Yes, we can talk about this in more detail later. And like he just starts to climb up. He is fine. The last roll, you have nothing to really help you, although the numbers have gone down. So you're looking for yourself, my friend.
Uh-oh.
That's why I
What-
wanted them
what
to
kind
stay
of vampire
because
is
I
Vol?
would have had threes.
Vol is a Nosferatu.
All right. So did you know that his penis is actually the monstrous part of himself? I just found that out.
Oh yeah, it's.
Just-
I mean, it's
just
impressive.
found that out.
We're talking about.
Right there.
We're talking about David Bowie in the what's it in the labyrinth? Yeah, that bulge
Yeah.
is real. That bulge is real, and it reacted. It's self-aware.
Oh. Well,
Holding a,
I wasn't going to go there, but
there we are.
like an eggplant and a pillowcase.
we're there now.
Not looking good.
Did you just say an eggplant in a pillowcase?
Yeah.
I'm glad that one didn't hit the scrap room floor. Thank you very much, Mel, bringing that back up.
Oh, no.
I got two.
As you see,
I can't even burn willpower.
nope. As you see, Bogey jump. It's the way that the ladder is going up. Abashedly, Vol had been like, oh, excuse me, sorry so much. So he was scampering up as Bogey was making his jump. You hear, Father, no, as you jump, as you go. Hold on. What
Would I be
can
the first one to roll a new character?
My God.
Oh,
Can-
no.
That's why I wanted them to stay on because
Can I
the number
help?
would have been lower.
you can, and you
I
should.
don't think the number was going down each time.
Yeah, it was.
For the more
I would have
people,
had.
wasn't
He told me I would have had threes instead of.
Yeah, right.
Three
As
instead
as
of four.
they destabled Volt, I mean, like we were trying to keep like a normal number. Like the more people would have gotten higher eventually, because you would have had to keep on like yeah, blah blah blah. So like you actually came out with probably the closest low number for the last jump possible. What I will tell you that on your shoulders you feel like two claws go on at each side as they try to guide you with the little amount of both wings out, you know what I mean? Trying to guide you in. Yeah, right. So why don't you give
Is there
me?
anything I can do to try to help him?
Yep, yeah. You're going to have a Harley Quinn moment hanging upside down from a helicopter. But give me your dexterity and your athletics. With your cat's grace, as you let go of your arms, your legs easily slide into the last rung, and you go upside down to try to like almost trapeze this thing.
4.
Yes, that is enough. With the help of your two new wind pauldrons, you found that you can glide a little bit. You know, like, as
5 feet.
yes, as the two hands come down, one more engagement roll. Unfortunately, you don't pass this one. As you're hanging out, the helicopter is starting to take away in a certain direction. The grasp is held, Bogey, hanging directly off of Annalise's arms as you're like, whoa, as you can see down. Actually, I imagine you guys being like face to face because that's actually how that drop would have happened. So like you get a moment and you both just look back as the SEAL Team 6 is starting to come in. Now you were the only two exposed. You can hear the thing started to clatter as Vol is like, fuck this, I'm going to go upstairs, you know.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, right, little bit of thing. Why don't you give me, with your cat's grace and blah, 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 you're probably going to take some shrapnel shots from this. But at dexterity and athletics, you're looking for 8s because there's not a whole lot you can do to not get a little bit of fire here.
Not a good roll for me. I don't have
3.
a lot in deck.
3, cool. It's going to be combined because you guys are kind of attached right now. You're close, though.
And my dice are fucking garbage today.
It doesn't look too bad from
You
here.
said we're looking for 8s.
Yeah.
Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
I got none.
Yeah.
You know
If
what?
it was 6s, I would have had
Yep.
3.
As the helicopter starts pulling away, thankfully with your roll, Elise, because you're the person anchoring him to this actual helicopter, you're able to hold on. Bogey, you're going to get 2 points of superficial damage as a bullet goes through your side. Not enough to make you release your grip, like right underneath the armpit. You can almost feel your rib dislodge as the bullet has ricocheted and gone out the side of your back. If you're still breathing air, your lung would have deflated. The second one hits you in the shin, and it's so annoying because that's the part that still hang on to vampires, stubbing your toe and everything. God wouldn't take that away. So you just had a huge, think about a horse kicking in your shin.
Yeah.
As that feeling happens, the worst part of
fucking
it.
sting.
Yeah, right. As you can see, Bogey's face wind up in anguish in front of you, Elise, as the helicopter does continue to go into whatever direction it is.
From inside the chopper, can we start pulling up the ladder to help them get into the chopper faster?
Sure, absolutely, because she's upside down.
Yeah.
That's a problem that definitely needs to be solved, or you can just...
I'm hanging there and we're face to face. I'm like, I got to see up your skirt anyway.
Actually, no, what she's doing right now is just flashing everybody. Yeah, right. Yep. You do both at the last. You swear to God you hear in the wind, I see you laying as you drift across.
I hate that
Well,
guy.
that's not creepy at all.
Not at all.
That's a dick.
He could have sent more. You know what I mean? For him,
I'm
he
not
was
a
just,
dick.
yeah, right. For him, he was just kind of fucking with what he thinks is somebody underneath, an intern almost. You know what I mean? He's like, I'll give them a little bit of fun. For his perspective, if you died, you weren't worthy anyway. So,
Right.
the helicopter goes. You seem to be going in the same place where your safe house was. Landing there, you guys can start pulling up the ladder to see if there doesn't seem to be anything chasing you, but you are injured, so it's probably best to get them up as fast as humanly possible.
Yep.
Why don't both you and Kai give me just a strength roll? Because it's just one ring after another. You're not really looking to do it dexterity. It's just...
Now, I learned my lesson with the clear dice last week, and that one never rolls well, so I'm going to take you out. Bum, bum, bum. And this one.
I may have
Sixes?
to sage my
Sixes.
dice.
Yeah, sixes.
Yeah.
3.
3? 3's good.
Oh,
You're not looking for much more.
1, 2.
There you go. Already got it. Unless you're
3.
rolling one. Hey,
All right.
definitely. You can hear, you can feel because the two of them are working on it. It's not like a and a hold. It would have been way more jerky.
little smoother.
Because you got two of them. You guys are very used to working each other. It's just I can see that you playing anchor in the back. As she pulls up a rung, you just catch it and just continue in. Because there are two of you, you don't have to put it down before you can make the next reach. That's fantastic. That was really good problem solving because that was going to be a problem, and you already got to it before it became one. The ladder comes up. I can imagine Militissa reaching over and putting up the skirt first before she needs to get into the thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Modesty first, my dear.
You see, Catherine, I already saw everything, and yes, I am impressed. I got to find your wax girl because, man, that is a masterpiece down there. All right.
I have
whoa,
panties
whoa.
on. Come on.
That's right.
They have the little Adidas track lines on the side. Come on.
It's perfect. Yeah, it is. It is an original. So of course it came with a accoutrement. Everyone's now back into the helicopter as you are landing on a very familiar warehouse. You know this to be Shine's, particular where you've met Shine. Copper finally lands. So, what am I going to get out of this very important ride?
What are you going to get out of it?
Well, I think I've saved your life twice. What I need to do is I need to get to an airport, but unfortunately, there's some things around all of the airports currently that are making it hard to fly.
Well,
Weren't we also going to try to get to an airport?
Yeah.
Yeah, Vol was supposed to help us.
Vo goes, I have a... Sorry, Southern. I mean, I have a plane. It's perfectly good for all of us, and it's a very fast plane. And I can cloak it. So as long as we can get to an airport and you're willing to go to London, I'll be willing to take you there. She goes, it doesn't fucking matter where I'm going. I just want to fucking get out of here because it's about to fall the fuck down.
I'm going to look at Elise and be like, is Betty still in London?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
She sounds so enthused.
Do you know the...
Kurt
Like,
may have
it-
mentioned
yeah.
that she was still in London.
Yeah, you see the eyes light up and Vol's face is like, Betty, the prince.
The prince. Did you know she's the prince?
Did I know she's the prince? Was she the prince
You guys
20
had
years
you,
ago when we
you,
went to
you
sleep?
guys had put shit into. She was supposed when you guys got taken. You guys were working all collaboratively in different ways to establish some serious ground while trying to put in Betty Page as the Prince of England. That hadn't come to fruition yet. Like all of you were kind of working on little side projects. That way, if you ever caught, you could have a big player to get you out of whatever problem.
Okay, so she's not just the Prince of London. She's the Prince of England.
England, yes.
Oh.
She's got the entire.
Wow.
I mean, there'd be other people like in different proverbs and whatnot that would have positions of power, but she's like the overall
Yeah, I know.
control over a
I
region.
I get you.
Like there would be a
Sorry,
a
my eyes
overseer of America, but like there would be different princes of different states.
Right, but England is the size of a state.
Yes, but the accents
A
are just
small
as fragrant as going down south or Alabama or like to California. Yeah, there's
Exactly.
definitely a
Not it.
region. Yeah. So you do know that. Yeah, Vol's looking very. He's like, I've always wanted to draw her. There's so many photographs of her that are beautiful, but
You just might be getting the opportunity here very soon.
you do see a little bit of apprehension between Vol and Catherine. Like, you've heard him say that he's been hunted for a while by her,
By Catherine?
by Catherine.
Yeah. I'm going to try to do everything that I can during this helicopter ride to keep Catherine occupied by just talking stupid stuff to her.
What do you mean it's faster to go through the single pass line than it is to get an actual checker to check you out?
Well, I mean, you have to consider how slow your checker is moving
So
if you
you're-
do it yourself.
So you're telling me you'd rather let yourself work for the only person there that actually workings other than just, like that's their job.
Yeah, but it's so much faster when you just take care of it yourself.
It's just ridiculous. And you are keeping her focused, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, as you guys do land, it's up to you what you would like to do now.
Disembark and
I
find
mean,
a plane.
Vol must not be too worried about her if he offered her the ride. So
Yeah.
Vol's probably trying to bait whatever she's found, or doesn't even matter anymore into the world. Like,
Does anybody got any corks I can plug up my holes?
yeah, right. Vol goes, oh, you're all bleeding quite profusely. Perhaps we should go in. I'm actually quite good with a needle and thread.
I'm going to pull out one of the blue vials.
The moment you do that, I need Kai to make a composure roll for me.
Do you want to use this one? This was the one that rolled 3 10s. No? Okay.
Just composure?
He likes to live dangerously.
Just composure. You can do composure and willpower. It's fine.
Oh, and willpower?
Nope, it's fine.
Get that willpower. Ooh, you got good willpower. 6, baby.
I'm down to 1.
Oof.
That's why I said I can't use willpower.
Yeah,
No.
we got to get you a long rest.
Get me to the airport. Get
We're
me
looking
on a
for
plane.
sixes?
Sixes.
Hurry, hurry.
0.
Before I go insane.
Having most of your armor on you, having most of it ready, you see that blue vial, and you look at everybody else. Everyone else is standing straight. Everyone else is like ready to go. Everyone else is looking like they should. Like you take a step and you look down at your armor and you're like, I don't even know if I'm worthy right now of wearing this. You just ripped it off of somebody else that definitely wasn't worthy of it, but you don't feel fucking like yourself. Reach into your pocket, pop the vial, take half. I'm not going to make you do all because I know that's something that you're working on. But immediately the thing of victory, you guys all did just victoriously get back your shit from people that didn't. You were feeling bad about this, almost like it was a failure, like that constant. It mimics the hunger that I always need something. This is more like a depression that like I'm not enough. Every time, it'll take away your resolve. It'll take away the moment you pop half of it and you were able to stop yourself just because I know that the things that you've said before. And you're like, that almost happened out of fruition. Like you didn't tell yourself to do that. Hastily put back in the thing, you see your Jessica friend raise an eyebrow. You know, so how are the snacks? The armor now feels good in your hands. You feel you should be able to, as soon as you get inside, you should be able to put on that armor. Feel good about it. Useful. The blue stuff. Came in handy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, what is this stuff?
Created by Pentex, Particle Blue was made to force vampires into a new addiction. It's a way to synthesize something that they can't find out in the wild. She reaches in her pack and she's got one more, and we'll talk it to you, Militissa. You'll need to stay on this for, essentially forever, I guess. We haven't really worked on a way to get it out.
Well, that's not really feasible, is it?
Well, I got contact in London is where we're going. Little oddly faced man. All right, yeah, I got some contacts in London, too.
His name is Vol.
He looks at him real quick. Vol. Shit.
Maybe you shouldn't have said that.
What?
Yeah, but Militissa wouldn't allow,
Right.
after all the help that she wouldn't allow him to be disrespected.
But you see, like, her walk up. You got to remember, like, she would have been beautiful if it wasn't for all of this, like, physical manifestation of coming out of a beast of a cheetah.
Right.
You can see, the cheekbones are, like, razor sharp. She probably already had high cheekbones, but now they've become feral like a cat face. The pupils themselves were gorgeous and blue in the beginning, but they've elongated with that strip of a cat, the print and the close hair down her chest as it comes through, like a stripe almost. Like all these things now kind of stand up. You've seen a Jessica becoming the true killer that it is. Vol. Say, I've been looking for you for quite a while.
And you can continue looking for him. This is not the time or the place.
Remember, he's our escape route.
Well, then I guess both groups should owe me something when we get to London. We'll figure out the cost of that when we land.
Where's my grandpa?
And to exactly what just happened, I look at Kai and roll my eyes into another dimension.
Exactly.
That's cool when it comes to internal, but there is something in all of you that know that Justicars are a fucking cut above.
Yes, of course. But
mean-
in her current position
Yeah,
and current circumstances.
right. That's fair.
Yeah,
There
even
were
the-
six
even
of
the-
us,
Yeah.
or 5 of us,
Well, not only that,
and we're not slouches.
if we
Right.
don't get away, then Pentex is going to catch up with her.
Right.
And she
Right.
just shot the shit out of them.
Right.
Oh, she kind of picks it up. By the way, I got nothing to do with Pentex. I sold all my blue stuff. I got no love for them.
So
But-
do you just travel the world getting vampires addicted to this blue stuff?
No, I prefer not to die at the end of the world. And one of my order told me that you would have a ticket to what he's planning. And he seems to know a lot more about the groundwork, as he always does, the game master himself, blah, 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 blah. And he said it was pretty important I get you guys to Egypt.
Well, we're going to London right
Well,
now.
it's closer.
Yeah.
Egypt via London.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's a ticket off
Couple
this
thousand
route.
miles closer.
Because everything I'm being told, as you guys are kind of walking down into you can hear people working. There are obviously more people here than the last time that you left. It was just the 3 guys. There seems to be more of a ruckus happening in this area because this place is about to fall to fuck hell. I mean, hell, I would bring Sean if I could, but I don't think he's going to leave this fucking island.
Well, to each their own then.
As you guys are continuously to walk down, I think we'll take our break right there. We'll move on from.
Take the 20 there.
Yep, take our 20
Yeah,
there.
we're at 225.
Yep,
Okay.
right time to do it.
Let me see if this will work. And it won't. So bear with me for a second. Look, a little exclamation mark. It's not working.
Yay! Oh, or boo!
Oh, boo, but yay.
I need to have
But
better.
it gives you feedback.
Yeah. Speaking about feedback, why don't you like and subscribe? Give us a comment and see where you'd like to go for the next episode.
God.
Thank you again
Oh my god. You're not cut off. You can finish that sentence.
for joining us here at Vampires and Vitae.
Okay.
Are you looking for a D&D podcast with a dark side? Something more like Game of Thrones and less like Monty Python? Tale of the Manticore is part dark fantasy audio drama, part solo D&D RPG. There's no plot armor here. The dice make all the important decisions. Join me as I resurrect the excitement, wonder, and emotion of old school D&D. Made for a mature audience, Tale of the Manticore is both a fiction and a game. It's the story where chaos rolls.
Well, hello, fellow travelers through the podcast airwaves. I'm Nathan.
I'm Jake.
I'm Jamie.
And oh, look what's this? Why, it's something we made I'd like to tell you about. It's Knight's Quest.
Knight's Quest is a fantasy RPG podcast where the three of us use dice and our imaginations to write a story together.
We're putting some wacky characters through whatever situations we can think of to tell an interesting story, and it's improvised, so we don't even know where it's going to go next.
Sometimes we buy socks. Sometimes we talk about bread. And sometimes we accidentally summon the god of chaos.
Just an average Friday here on Knight's Quest.
And with an original musical score for every episode, you won't want to miss anything that's happening in our story here at Knight's Quest, every other Friday, wherever podcasts can be found.
Yeah, we'll play some dodgeball and we'll get thrown in the dungeon by the king. It's fine. We'll do it all here on Knight's Quest.
Oh, this sounds brutal. I like this podcast. Oh, hello. My name is Pira. I come from the Emberclaw Pride, which is in the realm of Talia. I have to travel around with a group called the D&D Apocalypse Tour. We were chosen by the gods to sort out everything that's wrong with the realm. The group consists of an awkward Medusa named Minove, who likes to blow things up. We've got a very annoying evil cat who I hate, whose name is Salem, and a rather strange turtle named Thal, who has these very weird prophetic powers. And I can set myself on fire when I get very angry. So if you want to listen to our shenanigans, look for us, the D&D Apocalypse Tour, wherever you get your podcasts.
Quiet on set! Action!
Attention Deficit and Hyperactive Dragons, ADHD, is a real play D&D podcast following the events of four dumbasses and their friends trying their best to play a tabletop game.
My name is Audrey and I play Velvet the Herringon Ranger, who is just as lovable as she is batshit crazy.
My name's Caleb and I play Dr. Rosalind Rose Thompson, a bookish archaeologist with a taste for murder.
I play Xylus Ramsbottom, a delightfully stuck-up high elf druid.
And I'm Daniel, the dungeon master for this wonderful mess. Check us out if you want a roller coaster adventure, poor decisions, good storytelling, and an indiscriminate use of spells.
Mr. Witch and Mr. Light have an agreement with a group of hags who call themselves the Hourglass Coven. You see, they can come and go into the Witchlight Carnival as they please to steal from naughty patrons. But what happens when those patrons come back years later looking for those lost things? Find out as Wizards and Wine takes on The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. 2 tables playing through the same adventure. One table more thoughtful, kind, and bold in their actions. The other table more decisive, more adventurous, a little more prone to taking risks. The actions of each table influences the gameplay of the other. Find out how it all shakes out with Wizards and Wine, The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. You can catch the podcast on your favorite podcasting platform, and you can catch the live stream on Mondays. Find us on YouTube and Facebook. We hope to see you at the carnival very soon. Okay, there.
Huzzah.
Uh-huh.
You got everybody?
Uh-huh.
We're back.
Yep.
We have
Back again.
returned.
All right, good. As you're walking down, you do hear a lot of people, directions being made. You almost, actually, Sean being part of the military in real life, you hear like somebody trying to cut out some drills. Like, nope. I mean, like, you hear cadence and you hear boot steppings and you hear not the same warehouse, but not the same fashion. Obviously, Shine has gone out and recruited what was left. Walking on down, you see a ragtag fucking militia, essentially. People carrying guns that are too big for them, people that definitely don't know how to use them. You have a few of Shine's bandmates, is all you know, trying to give direction about how to use things. You hear a flamethrower go off, like stop, you know what I mean? Like the guy, the large black guy is trying to, you still haven't found his name out yet, but he's trying to instruct people how to use these flamers. And one guy just hit the trigger by accident as you guys are walking down.
Okay.
They shouldn't be doing that in the fuel depot.
Right.
This is the chaos that you see underneath. You see a whiteboard with like sketched out plans where they're trying to take back next. Where
John
they're
Madden
going
was
to.
here. X's and O's.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of big plannings happening, but you've seen failed coups before. You've seen when the indigenous people are been handed incredibly powerful weapons without the proper training. Like, all of you have been part of coups. All of you have made coups.
We've
All of
probably
you
stopped a few too.
Stopped a few coups. You know what I mean? Like, but what you're looking at you're looking at the rabble. You're looking at the people that are left. Not a heartbeat to be heard.
Okay, so they're all vampires.
Yep. As you walk on down, you see Shine. He just has his hands in, like, he's just looking at the board and looking back at the people. You're there. Another one is like, this didn't suck as bad as the last one. All right, cool, guys. As you guys are walking down, this is your scene.
So we need a plane? Do you suppose?
We need transportation to the airport.
I already have a plane. I just need to get to the airport.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were set down at the airport.
No.
With the helicopter.
No. You were sit down at the warehouse, Shine's
Yeah,
warehouse.
we're Shine's warehouse. We still have to
Oh.
get to the
Wow.
airport.
I did
And
not
get-
She
follow
can't
that
get near
bounce.
the airport.
Yeah.
She was saying she couldn't get near the airport.
Yeah, she needs to leave.
Oh,
She
okay.
she can move with impunity with her. There's not a lot of helicopters left right now.
Where's Jeff?
Yeah. Where's Jill?
You can
Jeff's
call
still
him.
back at the Chrysler
Yeah, you
building,
can call him.
waiting for us.
Right? We're still
Yeah, right. Blue moon.
Yeah.
A solitary alone.
Hey, Shine.
As you guys walk down there, hey, wow, okay, cool. You lived.
Yeah. Militissa.
Mostly.
Militissa.
That's right, Militissa.
Yeah. We need transport to
Ooh, I like these.
the
And he
airport.
Points to the two ravens. Like, those are new.
Yeah. Oh.
And I walk over and stand right in front of Bogey. And I'm like, transport to the airport.
I'm still making eyes with Shine because she's down below.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, all right, cool, man. All right, transport, sure. Airport?
Yeah.
And he goes back to his not chalkboard, like whiteboard. He wipes off a part and like does another thing. He's like, well, I do have a shipment coming in that could be super useful. Okay.
Catherine said that the airports are secure against us.
Yeah. As long as you can get out. And Vo goes, I can get out, my dear. But it's just getting there that I don't have an option for. As long as we can get to my plane, I can guarantee safe travel.
Right.
You saw
so,
what I can do with other things. I mean, I can obfuscate the entire plane.
So this is location A. The airport is location B, and London is location C. We need to get from A to C as quickly as possible. We need transport to the airport.
Well, we can get from B to C.
Yeah.
With Vol.
Yeah.
We just need A to B.
You just had a moving tank. Where'd you put it?
It's beside a broken building.
Jeff's still sitting there waiting for us.
Yeah.
We
Maybe.
took a helicopter
I mean,
instead.
we can go, Catherine. There's a, when two people aren't normally questioned outside of their regions, they have to face and meet, there's that coldness of who takes lead, who doesn't, or do I have to, because she's on his property, does she need to be in this part of the ruined universe?
Right, she has to
yeah, right,
acquiesce to his
yeah.
authority.
So there's definitely a. You want to go to the airport too? That's going to cost you, Kath. Crosses her arms. Don't worry, I'm going to get out of their asses after. What's going to cost me? They go to a little corner, have a small conversation. This is probably the time you want to call Jeff.
Jeff. Sorry.
Dude.
Bro, I heard you from all the way over there, man.
Yeah, man. It's not Jeff, but I mean, if you join us for season 2, you'll definitely find out what this voice is attached to. And I can guarantee you, man, you're going to fall in love with Garrison because, he has some serious things that he needs to care about, but he doesn't care about almost anything else, man.
Oh, my God. All right.
Garrison's fucking cool as shit.
Yeah.
How's the battery on the cell phone, Elise?
Am I the only one that has a cell phone?
That's like your superpower.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that part. All right. I called Jeff. I'm like waiting for you guys to call Jeff. I'm like, okay, call him.
You hear,
No, baby,
I am a man of constant. Oh, sorry. Do I hit 7 again or shit? All right. Hello. I think you're on speaker's phones.
Hey, Jeff. This is Elise.
Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Fantastic.
Can you hear me? All right, good. Well, when the fuck you got? I saw a helicopter and they all kinds of fucked up right over here. So, what am I doing?
You can leave. Could you come to
Well,
the warehouse?
fuck, I could have found myself some Kentucky Fried Chicken in this damn time. All right, fine. Yeah, warehouse.
I
Yeah.
think KFC is closed right now, but yeah.
Oh, I still got a guy. There's one. By the way, there's just like one guy that's still running one KFC. He's like, this is the time. This is my moments. Like,
Yeah, but at this point, he only has 9 herbs.
Yes. He
Okay, just for the record,
supply chain.
just for the record, the KFC here does not have extra crispy.
What?
And
heresy.
yeah, and instead of giving you like default mashed taters and gravy, they give you French fries, and they use a different oil, and it's bad. Don't.
No.
When you see the KFC sign, don't think it's
Don't go.
gonna be good.
It's not going to be that.
Don't do it.
No, your stomach is not going to think it's KFC.
All right. Good advice, sponsor. But
Now you know. Now you know.
all right.
The more you know about Ireland, the better, right?
Yeah.
Irish KFC, not going there.
No.
Not the same.
Jack.
Not
Just
the
get some fish and chips. You're in the region. Better food, I'm sure.
Right.
All right. Yep. You do see Catherine walk back with Sean. They seem to have come to an accord. Catherine looks a little bit defeated by whatever was requested, but she gets on her phone, makes like a couple calls. Sean seems to be accepted to this. Well, all right. You know that you get your ride back. You know that you have the support of all these not trained individuals with guns.
I think I need to rest a little bit.
Yeah, I think, well, it's still, I don't know what your plane situation is or what kind of plane, but it's going to be a solid flight time, right?
Yes. It's from New York to England.
Right, we're not at the airport. I was going to say,
It's going to be about 6 hours.
Yeah, I was like, let's go get on the plane now, but we're not even close to the airport, so never mind.
You're
How
hunting.
quickly you forget.
I know.
You're hunting daylight. If you need to leave this evening, we can make a charge.
Yes, we need to leave as soon as possible.
Well, my plane is on the tarmac, ready to release.
That's great to hear. What do you know what the situation is right now in London? Is it comparable to what's going on in New York?
I'm going to London because it's where most of my research is. I've found myself hunting quite a trail, and everything's led me to a particular domicile that I'm currently occupying. Horrible, horrible paintings, by the way. God, and so much red. But, I mean, it's a large repository. He finally does bring out his book that he took so many pains of first-hand accounts that kind of, some circles, prophesized this all happening. This is from, and he throws the book on the table. It's like, this is from the hand of Rasputin himself. It's my belief and my order's belief that, well, perhaps he still talks to Cain. Like our Cain. Like all of our fathers. Now, if that's true, we need to prophesize the end. Perhaps we can get in touch with Cain to make this all stop.
I mean, I had heard rumor of Rasputin, but I didn't think that he was accessible to the common kindred.
He's not. That's why I take him up residence in his daughters.
I'm sorry, his daughters?
Yes, Anna. Very strange. She's working in Vegas, oddly enough. David Copperfield, of all people. But that leads into the prophecies, because we have not seen hair or hide of David Copperfield, which is her brother. The prophecy said of one of my ilk, of two brothers and sisters killing each other that are bathed in magic, will begin the end. I believe that's transpired, and I think that's the beginning parts of all the things that are happening to us.
I'd have heard of sibling rivalry, but that's just a little bit extreme.
That's why I needed this book, because it completes a picture. And the reason I need to go back to England is to find out how this corresponds to his other writings, his original manuscripts, if you were. Anna's an interesting case. I mean, it's useful to use her domicile.
At least you got a roof over your head. Out in the sunlight.
At the end of the world, yes. If it wasn't for the horrible decorating, I would enjoy it, actually. Wonderful, the Queen's Theatre. It's beautiful. So, yes, if we can get to the right plane, I can bring you to where I need to go. And I was actually saving up the blue liquid that you need to dose her.
So how close to sunrise are we?
About 2 hours. The plane will be completely, we'd be chasing the sun if you wanted to move now. Of course, it could become more fortified if we don't leave. I mean, it's becoming worse and worse.
Yeah, we need to go. Let's
go.
Yeah, go as quickly as possible.
I am down.
You get Paul to stitch me up before
Of
we
course.
go.
Actually, like in his beautiful breast pocket, he goes he finally flashes the inside of it. It's magenta. It is gorgeous. It is satin and it couldn't be more bespoke. He brings out a sewing kit that starts and goes all the way down, like it folds out.
Uh-huh.
He brings in, got the hook needle, starts repairing you. It's actually a scar that's going to look gorgeous. It's not going, it's exceptionally good needlework. Apparently he's good with costumes and that kind of thing.
Well, look at me. Scars don't make a difference.
Yeah, but you might want to keep this one. I very rarely give my signature to somebody. Well, I'm good. What are we waiting on?
Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
A good hour. Yeah, right.
Okay.
An hour.
And we apologize in advance.
Yeah, right. 30 minutes does pass. You hear the telltale signs of 4 wheels drifting around a corner. As Jeff does pull up, the door does open. You now have Jeff. You can have some time talking to any of these ragabouts people that are going to go with you trying to storm it. You do see that Shine is making plans to get you in, but what he wants is a shipment. There is something there that he wants.
Right.
So you guys' worlds kind of
Collide there.
there. That's why he's going to give you the help.
I'm going to go grab Elise from the center of all of her admirers that she has managed to drum up over the last hour since we've been waiting. And be like, come on, kid, it's time to go.
But wait, so you really worked with David Bowie? I mean, like the actual David Bowie? Like, what was he like?
He was great. Huge cock. Let's
Before-
go.
I mean,
Before or after I made him famous?
did you give him the huge cock, or was it like you can hear vampire, but like this is a thin blood? I don't know how you guys feel about thin blood. You're all aware of them.
I don't think I feel any kind of way.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But like, this is definitely somebody that doesn't have enough. Like, doesn't have a sire, doesn't have enough strength. You know, like you've heard of this new thin blood incursion when it comes to New York City, but most of you are just too high above this at this point to really care about what they are. It's like, but I mean, so
No, he came with that.
You can't. Oh wow. Okay, I thought that was maybe some like the conversation gets interrupted.
Like Milton Berle.
Yeah, I just walked away.
Girls packing?
Oh my God, you never heard the stories?
No.
Oh God.
Like a fucking donkey.
Whoa. All right then.
Oh my goodness.
So
Monopoly makes so much more sense now.
It's a game of balance.
Yeah. All right. Shine gets off. He goes, all right, we can follow you. We can make a disturbance. Where I'm going in the airport is where I don't think your plane is. So,
that's as long as we all get to the airport.
We just need to be able to get into the tarmac.
oh, we're going to make some noise. I don't think these guys know how to be stealthy, so we're just going to go full frontal
These
assault.
guys barely know how to pull a trigger.
I know. I'm working with what I got.
Let's roll. Well, why don't you lead? Because if you got to blow something up, then we definitely don't want to be in the middle of it. So
well-
you lead, we'll follow.
We could also use you guys blowing at least something up too. I mean, I don't have any troops. I got my 2 guys that I can rely on. Everyone else here is just trying to save
Militissa
lives.
goes to Kai's backpack and pulls out a single piece of dynamite
There
with
it
no
is.
wick.
Been saving that for this exact moment.
Yeah, right. Kai comes over and he opens up another crate and like hands you 2 pieces of C4.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Well, upgrades.
Well, yeah, we'll
You
take
know.
that.
You can keep that one.
Yeah.
And he looks at it and he's like, he doesn't have a wick, but he has like a digital primer.
Just put it in my mouth like a cigar.
Yeah, right.
It's a good look for you.
Yeah, but
You have to try it.
he does hand you a digital timer that you could put in a charge that you can
Use
that
it.
you play away.
Got it.
Yeah, the C4 is already, accoutrement is already there as well. It'll do the same thing.
Start shaping it into the shape of a rabbit.
All right. Ready if you are.
Yeah, let's roll.
Let's go, Bogey. Bring your chickens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bring your chickens.
Father, I've heard them playing music. It was quite nice in between all of that. Who are these individuals?
What individuals?
The ones that can make sounds like songbirds.
They're musicians.
Ah. So they're the females of your culture.
That was probably the Eagles.
Oh. Gary Beast. I respect them more now.
Yeah, they're pretty big,
That's fantastic.
especially in California.
Yeah, right, as you guys are all getting into into Jeff's into the King's actual limo.
So did we all like load up with weapons again, ammo and stuff?
Yeah, the ammo's recharged. Oh, actually, right before you go, Kai, looking at it, do you want to keep the mag locks or you want to just strap it like you used to?
No, I like the Magna.
The mag locks. So as it came in, there was like a almost a what would you call like a tactical mesh, like you would get like a vest that you can attach pockets to. It's kind of how that was set up, and those large mag locking pieces were fitted with different magnets that you could move around the pieces itself. That's what you got ripped away from it. As you put on your chest piece, you can almost feel it and readjust itself as it moves around that material at the bottom to fit your body. This was personnel. The other person that was wearing it was not meant for this. This was tailored for yours. You can almost hear the sound of your first master when you were still a human. The sound of that kind of ding, the sword maker, turning steel. You can feel yourself returning to that weapon, thing that keeps your sanity. The arm. I can almost see Elise helping put on the other one. Back of the helmet, fine
Oh,
Tactile fail to it.
I hear something. Margie, do you hear us? Now we can't hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay, good. There you are.
we go.
All right.
Okay.
You can hear me?
Woof.
Yes.
I don't know what the heck happened there, but it just decided it didn't like that input. So
we're good?
continue on,
All
sir.
right, cool.
Well, can she hear us?
Yep.
The live is dead.
The live is dead? Like it's off?
Yeah, it
That's
stopped.
confusing again. Nick Signals, Live is Dead. See, it was a movie from 1993.
Oh, yeah. That's that chick from Superman.
Because we have it as still streaming, but if we're locked up, then.
Never mind, it's still streaming.
Yep.
Oh, we are?
It is.
Okay, good.
Sorry.
All right.
So welcome on back to Vampires and Vitae.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not an episode unless there's some kind of terrible technical issue, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Kai, as you feel that second skin essentially just melting into you, like it just feels better to have it on. And that kick up of the drugs, you now feel like you should be able to carry the armor. It doesn't make you high, it just gives you back what you're looking for. I think that Elise was the last one to put on like the last pauldron. And there's your guy. There's Kai. There's the face. It's funny because it's just a perfect it's just a recreation of your own face, It's not a mask to put horror into somebody else. It's what the Ronins used to do. That's why the masks were so scary. So they'd feel like you're fighting a demon on the battlefield. This is the demon from the battlefield. This is that. And it's finally back to where it needs to be as the door opens and all of you compile in. Idea of knowing that you need to make a little bit of a splash when you approach this airport itself, and they're going to go and make a bigger amount of noise getting what they need that would give you enough time to get onto the plane and get your way to London, which you now have all chosen.
Sweet.
All right, the car does pull up. What would you guys like to do? You see a big chain link fence.
So I
razor
start
wire at the top.
blasting.
Yeah, right. Well, you can.
No. But if there's a way to cut through the chain link fence, I would like to do that. The direct approach.
Pull out my 2 RPGs, the sunroof, and just blast.
Is
I have
that
my
what you
katanas,
do?
right?
You have your katanas, yeah. They will cut easily through the
I
sense.
just feel like that's just
Yeah.
so.
You do have a moment that as your katanas are being raised, there's a little kick. Do you want to access the new powers of it, or?
I feel like it's been sour last time. But yeah, of course.
Try new shit.
Obviously.
Got new toys, gonna play.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because you kept it mag-locked. This whole thing worked. That was actually going to be a thing. It was your choice of either strapping it on yourself or keeping this mag-locked suit that connects to your helmet now. You can feel a small charge coming from the back of it. The air conditioning, though, does stop for a moment as it's using its power. Yeah, right. As you pull out you pulling out both katanas or one katana? Like, what's
Well, yeah,
the idea?
definitely both.
They're both, like as they cross in the air, you feel a little. There is some energy coming off of these katanas. The edge is still yours. No one could replace your amount of time and your actual practical knowledge of how you forged these swords before you killed your master. This is a story that you don't share to anybody. But these were the last things that the master had crafted with you, and you'd finally overtaken him, and there was no reason to have a master anymore. What do you want to do? Just cut these things down? It's going to be like butter with the new add-ons to it.
Yeah, just like a full cross. Just
Yeah. As you can all see that arc in between the two swords as Kai has been reborn. As he comes straight through, you can see the arc energy goes. It always cuts through metal like butter, but this is something different. You can see it singeing hot and heat, that orange passion glow as he cuts through every single thing. And there's just now 2 X's directly in, and you can push that out very easily. In fact, you hear Jeff go, just get back in the car. I think I can just drive us straight through. Where the fuck is your jet?
Vol?
It's actually quite hard to see right now because it's invisible. But if you go in that direction, and he points to
Wonder Woman's jet.
That's what I was thinking too. Like, what is it, Wonder Woman?
Where do you think I got it from? Yeah.
Damn it, Jeff.
Yeah. Right. As That's too funny. Yeah, he punches it. He's like, the king may be mad at me, but fuck this. And like, you know, like, he's going to scratch up the car. As it like you see sparks go through, the X cut through. You still need to make an explosion before this all happens. You guys are part of the trigger to like set
Bogey,
the other
that's
piece
you.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Explode the
RPG.
gate from the inside, yeah.
All right. You're coming up to a tarmac. You know, there's like big open spaces because of the nature of planes. You know what
But
I
I
mean?
would shoot it into a direction that's not.
You see some hangars on the side. You know that the other group's like main area where they're trying to get the shipment that you don't know what it is on the far right. So it's up to you where you want to do this. You got some hangars in the background. You can see military personnel, guys in suits.
Yeah, I would aim for an opposite direction of where everybody needs to go to draw the attention into
That
that
way,
opposite
yeah.
direction. So if it's on the right, I'm going to fire it to the left.
All
If there's
right.
buildings or structures or something over there.
All right. We're kind of playing like with grenades right now, so you're not really trying to roll to see if you hit this broadside of a barn, you know, and with an RPG, that you're going to hit the building. But let's see how...
I can almost hit it and still be good.
Yeah, right. So let's look at weird one, a manipulation and insight to see what would cause the most attention and draw.
I'm going to try my other dice now. Going with the backup team. Much better.
Sometimes the B team is the team you need.
Yes. So there's 4, 5.
Nice.
As you're training going, like I'm thinking like out of the sunroof, you know, like with your RPGs, like double loaded, right? It's kind of what we're looking at right here. As you're going around, you're thinking about hitting just a gas station, like, you know, where they're going to fill up the jets.
Oh, yeah.
And like, boom, that'd make a big noise. But you know what? What makes an airport with that good of a roll? You turn and you look at the traffic tower, you know, traffic control tower.
Shit.
You hear in your head, do it, father. As you release the first one.
Maverick's got nothing on me.
Letting the first tube fall from your shoulder. The second one, you're able to line up more on a sight because it's not like, you know, having 2 guns at once. It doesn't teeter. Obviously, those things are made outrageously strong, but you've blown out one of the sides of the glass. You can see people that are obviously still controlling military ships in and out, or Pentex ships in and out, as they're like scrambling and going from the inferno that is like that first explosion. You line up how many successes?
It was 5.
5. You go more to the heart of the building. You know what I mean? Like you kind of just graze the first one with a better shot. Actually, give me a dexterity in firearms. It's going to be low. You're looking for 5s. It's not a sniper rifle, right? It's a RPG, so
Right.
there's some drift.
That's a decent roll. You said I'm looking for 5?
Yeah, looking for 5s. I mean, it's a big building, but like for the amount of chaos and problems you want to create, we're looking for.
Yeah, I only got 2 on that one.
Just clips the other side of the building. RPGs are hard to control. It definitely hits the building, but instead of hitting center mass, so you haven't taken out all their abilities to be strategic about your escape, you do clip the other side, but it's a big enough explosion that your other team knows that this is now their time.
And there's always a crosswind in an airport because it's so flat and open.
You start hearing small gunfire behind you. People that have just been, for the first time ever shooting a gun, now have like Uzis, like it's going up in the air. Like they're definitely not hitting very much.
They do.
Yes, but a caravan of 4 Mini Coopers, like that's what they had currently. It's a warehouse. It's easy to store them. Like are going to where you know that there is a shipment of something over there. The other people that couldn't fit in there are just walking. You see multiple people die and get shot. Not very strong. These people should have lived. You know they're all vampires. You didn't hear one single heartbeat. But a normal shot that would have killed a human, like falls one of them. It doesn't get back up. It's maybe you haven't looked at the plight of these individuals.
I wonder if they're using the same bullets we're using.
It's very possible.
But, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm ready to go. I
Punch
mean,
it.
like, fucking. So I'm just trying to round into this bush, right? That's all I'm trying to do.
Yep.
All right. Well, I mean, like, if you'd seen the car I'm driving right now, it's going to be a fun time to wreck a bush. And he goes straight as possible. He goes, roll. 17, he passes. Doesn't hit the jet, thank God. As you guys pull in, Vol goes, yeah, I can, something over here. And he, like, puts his hand, like, to the side. And then the jet reappears not where he was pointing. And he just kind of casually goes. As if that was that the whole time. It is a, gosh, what's that called? Not a condor. What was the...
So fly like a G.
It was a jet, but its nose went up like this.
Oh yeah. Condor was very, very close.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
It was
about.
like the richest. If rich people wanted to go fast,
It was
around
the only passenger
supersonic
to go
jet.
supersonic,
Oh,
and
wow.
it could only go supersonic over the ocean.
Margie, do you know this one?
No, I don't.
God. Well,
I was trying to Google it really quick.
Yeah, right. Well, that jet, you know what I mean? Like, when it's parked, actually, the nose comes up almost like a goose, that's looking. Goes, Father, I do appreciate your large metal bird. It seems to be quite fast.
Yes, this one is very fast.
So, I have a question for you, Father. Does it have to eat us for us to get into its belly?
No.
That is beneficial.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Volk goes over, hits a couple buttons on the side panel. A shelf comes down, not a shelf, a gangplank, if you were. Getting into the music is already playing. It is classical, a little bit of Bach as like the moment the door had opened. Beautiful lighting around the door. This guy takes exceptionally well care of himself. Concord. There you go.
I'll wait till you get to it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. As you guys all walk in, everything is nice and plush. Old when it comes to like the furniture, like the big round buttons on the overstuffed chairs. Everything's like a bank. You see an easel that is set up with a half-done painting and other pieces of art around. It seems to be the same picture that he's trying to essentially paint over. A very angry, black-haired woman staring passionately into the wind. Like that seems to be like the idea of the shot. He's tried to put his face over a couple of them of the smaller things, and he's working currently on a larger, grander idea of the oil painting. It is nice. He goes up to the control rooms. Usually a plane like that would cost like 4 people. He's obviously automated everything. Like, well, just hang on. You can hear explosions and gunshots coming from behind you. As the tower does start to fall, obviously they saw your intention. They went that way. Whoever is their explosive expert is like, that worked the fuck off. Crowd control is no longer done as you guys are headed towards your destination. You do have time within here to speak to one another about everything that's just transpired.
So this blue shit. I'm really not sure how to, deal with that. I don't know. I mean, we're going to find an answer because we always find an answer.
Yeah, just takes time.
Yeah, it's not my favorite thing.
It's not natural.
Yeah. And Bogey, you're looking worse for wear. Are you feeling all right?
No, I need some rest.
You do see Vol coming up with like a tea cart, like one of the
Yeah.
things, like the aisle carts. He's like, of course, warm blood, anyone? Little crumpets and strumpets are around.
Yeah, I'll take some of that before
God damn it.
I suggest the hazelnuts. That's just a few drops.
Sure.
And he like reaches in instead of like there's like a cookie, and then behind it is just like a little like essence of, you know what I mean? And he gives you a little drop in your goblet as he walks by. Warm towel, anybody? Or
Oh, you know what? This could be the last time we had a chance to relax. So
Yeah.
Continue.
Spa day.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's
There
take
you go.
advantage.
Whole hog.
Yeah.
He goes, for you, peppermint, for you, mandarin orange, for you. And he goes over to Elise. Oh, I don't even know anything about you yet. What would you like?
Whiskey.
Very well. Atta girl. Reaches underneath, little airplane bottle, like clips up the top and pours directly in. There will be a surcharge. I'm just joking. You'll pay for it at the end.
Wonderful.
Well,
We usually do.
yes.
I already had your balls in my face. I think I already paid.
Good point. And I'm by the way, I am sorry about that.
Very impressive. Very, very nice.
Oh, I do have a private cabin in the back. Just saying I'm going to leave it unlocked. Sunrise is upon us all, though. I suggest maybe some sleep before we land. Having the jet be invisible is useful until you try to put it down someplace. And I do not know what London's state is currently.
All right. Let's turn in.
I have some inroads with the Camarilla, but, do you guys have a better way to land?
Well,
I can't exactly put this particular plane down in a field.
Elise, it might be time. Time to make the call.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we have already taken off, and during flights,
Yeah,
So,
Vol
yes,
nonchalantly like throws his hand down. It hits the set of an old receiver. Like, you remember the ones you used to have in your hand? Like those, like with the cord and the spin dial, like the rotary turn. Like, he does it like boom, it flips in the air, catches it with his left hand, and just goes, "Oh no, we have complete access to it when you need a phone call."
VoIP.
Yeah, so Elise, shoots the rest of her drink.
Yeah.
And,
as you put it back down, you already hear the crack of another airplane bottle as he's just and he looks at you and he opens another one and gives you a double.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess it's time.
You calling Betty?
So, calling Betty, letting her know we're on the way.
Oh shit!
It rings. There's not a lot
I
of
didn't
people.
think we were going to get to this today.
You're on the other side of the cord. There's not a lot of people that have this number.
I'll give you 3 guesses.
Bitch. You're alive. Okay.
Yeah. Pintex had us.
Pentex had you. Pentex had you. Pentex. Okay. For 20 years, Pentex has had you.
Well, we were unconscious the whole time.
Where are you and who do I need to kill to get you here?
I'm on a jet on my way there.
Here, London. You headed to London and you're on a jet.
Yes. Where can we land? Is there anywhere still?
I will turn this island into a plate of glass and burn it all down to give you an airport. How far are you away?
We just left New York.
6 hours. All right.
Yep.
It would probably only be about 4 on a Concorde.
Right?
So we arrive a little ahead of time.
Yeah, it's probably faster than Delta.
Right.
Yeah, we also are going to need a runway that will be able to handle a Concorde.
Yeah,
landing.
that's that's what I just told her.
Yeah.
Now, I had a strange phone call from King.
Yeah. I figured he was going to tattle on me.
We'll talk about that when you land.
We had some business to take care of here in New York before we could leave.
Before calling me.
I had to get my guns. My team needed their
No worries.
stuff.
I will find a place for you to land, get some sleep. You're going to need your rest. See you soon, but we do have much to talk about.
Yep. Just, let us know. Let us know where we can land. If you could just.
I'll need a tracking number. I mean, I need to know. I mean, when you get close, give me a call, and we'll find a way to get you close. Because I'm not letting you out of my sight after this.
All right, we'll see you in a few hours.
Phone hangs up.
And I do another.
Yeah. She's heard from King. She knows that you didn't call her first. You know that Betty will end the world for you, but
yeah,
she'll also end you. So
She'll end you for fucking around.
Yep, there's definitely a little bit of hesitant there. What time are we at, guys?
3:32.
Yeah, you all take a nice little rest. Do what you need to do when it comes to your long rest as well. Wake up in the morning, give me a rouse check. See how everyone's doing.
Oh, God. I'll roll one of these.
So do I take this rouse check while I'm still in Vol's room, or do I come stumbling out?
Did you? Did you? He would have said yes.
Of course she did. Of course she did.
I mean, he was such a giving lover. I mean, you know what? It wasn't just his nose. He never took off the mask. He never took off the mask, but I'm not saying he didn't use it. Yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful sheets. You wake up in a gorgeous bed. Vol has, he's dressed. I mean, he got up before you, obviously. He goes, that was exceptional. I mean, truly.
Her rouse check is a 6.
There you go. I'll let you freshen up. It's been an age, and honestly, thank you. That was what you did with your little. Never mind. It's better left unsaid. But
just took a sip of water, man.
Right?
Come on.
My cabin is yours. I do believe that we'll be landing shortly. Last night you were screaming out Betty. I would just. I'm fairly sure that you need to make a phone call about our landing. I did pick up a little piece here and there. Because I need to uncloak this eventually, so that we can find a way to not hit another airplane.
Absolutely.
All right.
I got a 10 on my rouse check.
Oh shit.
You're the itch of eating that drug into your pocket. Your hand goes. You took half of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nonchalantly, just like a guy drinking coffee in the morning, hits your lips and you just tip back. You lost it being frustrating to do that. Now that just seems like something that you're going to do. Crack your shoulders, scratch your bird.
So, those listening to the audio end of this, it was a gesture to the bird on his shoulder.
Oh, yes, he doesn't scratch his bird. You do that too. I mean,
double entendre there.
It was a good sleep. You haven't had a good one for a while, so yeah, you give yourselves a couple backhanded strokes. Use the back of the nails to get in there.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I mean, those crevices haven't been being expunged for 20 years. I'm sure there's a little bit of egg whites you need to shake off.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry, I went down that road.
Cut it, scratch the cheese out.
Ugh.
All right, you're getting close.
It's the smell.
Yeah. Is that iodine?
No. Ugh.
Rubber bands? No. Yes. As you do know that you need to call Betty to get a place to land.
Is there an additional phone in the bedroom?
Oh yeah. This one's pearlescence.
Okay.
Yeah, right. This is a mother of pearl kind of feel. Same thing though. The routery's still on there. It still has the cord on it. He seems to like older, turn of the century kind of feels.
So does the long rest give me one of my willpower back?
It does. Well, no, not willpower, but you fed and whatnot, so you can take away your hunger points.
Okay.
All right, so I call Betty and ask her where we can land.
All right, well,
And I tell her what kind of jet we're in.
a Concorde. Well, isn't that clever of you?
Yeah, some guy named Vol.
You're with Vol? You're on Vol's Concorde. Who else are you with? I'm going to guess the
team.
The team, the Hateful Four. Okay. Who else?
Some bitch, I can't remember her name.
Catherine.
Looks like a cheetah.
She looks like a cheetah. Does she have a paint mark on her face?
Yes.
You're with Catherine
don't
as
know,
well.
maybe. Yes, Catherine. That's her name.
I'll tell you what. All can be forgiven. All of it. If you make sure that she doesn't touch foot on my soil. And that is where we're going to leave you. Thank you so much for joining us at Vampires and Vitae. Always remember, take a big bite out of life.
And don't let her touch the ground.
Bitch gotta die.
Apparently. Which doesn't.
Can cheetahs fly?
I was gonna say, everybody hold on to something because I'm gonna have to break a door open and shove her out.
Oh man. Okay, I'm cutting off
Traveling
the
at
stream.
Mach 1. Open the door.
Do I still have the grappling hook?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And actually, Vol's pretty much a tinkerer, so he'd actually been, if you want to.
Messing with
I
it.
feel like I'm a tinkerer.
Yeah, you can do. Oh, with your tech, you can tinker for sure. I mean, this, we'll start there for the next episode.
Cool.
You guys working on your chesting out the morning stars, seeing what the guy did to your item. You know what I mean? Seeing what you've already gotten rid of your scopes on your guns, so that's not going to be applied.
Yeah, and I cleaned them up. They look all nice and
Yeah, right. You're
polished.
taking off the
Those old-
spurs
they
of
look great.
the broken ones, the broken, the broken material on that. So those are just yours. But I will tell you, you did miss. You missed it on heat sensing. That's what they were going to give you on benefit. But you got
Yeah,
back
but most of what
perfect
we
sight.
shoot at doesn't have heat, so.
That's very true. Hold on, I'll be right back. I just got to pee.
Ain't that the truth? No, it's all good. We're going to end the stream here. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. And the audio version of the podcast will be out on